Hello, my crafty friends. It's Ellie from Periwinkle Matilda. I'm here with another junk mail envelope make. And this was inspired by my friend Marjorie. Marjorie made a similar type junk envelope last night or yesterday. And she challenged me to see if I could make something similar to what she made, but being able to still use the window. So I think I've accomplished that. So this is what I made as a prototype. You'd be able to put a tag in here and then have something decorative that you could see through the window. When you remove it, then you see something else. And I'll show you what it looks like on a journal page. This is my own personal journal, but I'll get a blank page here. So I did color the inside because since you're not going to have this butting right up against the paper, you are going to see a little bit. And instead of collaging in here, which makes it even harder to fold, makes it thicker and harder to fold, I just used a little bit of ink, and then because I had gotten some glue residue, the distress ink didn't stick, so I used some of my colored chalk. But that's okay, because when it's on, you're only going to see, you know, just a little teeny bit, and I'd rather see a little bit of brown than see the stark white that I had. But this is what it's going to look like. I'm going to glue it on these two sides, so it will be a tuck here on this side of the page, and then on this side of the page there'll be a tag inside, and then it flips open, and I'm going to glue these two pieces down to make a pocket here that you could put another tag. And then I use coffee dyed paper on this side that you can also use this for journaling. So I think I've accomplished it, Marjorie. Let me know what you think. Let me know in the message below if you think I conquered the challenge, and I will show you how I made it. Okay. So what I did was, this is my piece of junk mail, security envelope junk mail. I'm just going to glue the flap back down and start as if it's a sealed up envelope. I'm also going to make sure all the little bits are glued down. Like that. So how's everyone doing today? We're having another wet, somewhat rainy day today, but it's not bad. We don't have the wind like we had yesterday. Okay, so again, we want to open up. Let's see how I did this. I ended up opening 3 sides, and then I realized that I shouldn't have opened up one of the sides. But I'm going to go ahead and do that again because I don't remember exactly which sides shouldn't be opened. And then I'll show you what I did. I just used masking tape to tape up the end. I think let's start off with just these 2 long ends. I think that's what it, instead of these 2 long ends and that end that I opened up, I think I need to open up this top end here. So we'll try that. We can always tape it back together. Okay. Yes, I think that's what I did. No, I think I should have opened up this end. So we're going to we're going to tape this end and then open up this end. So it's opposite from what we did last time, where we opened up that end with the last junk nail we did. This time we want to open up. Now what am I thinking? Last time we did open up that other end. So it is the same as last time. Sorry guys, get confused. Okay. So we're going to open up this end, which is the closest to where the window is. I'm going to put some tape inside here too. Like that. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, I think what I did was, I think I folded it like this. And then folded this back like this. So you have your pocket on the inside. I know I didn't do it this way, but this is going to work too. So, tape this back up here. It's hard when you do a prototype to remember exactly what you did, unless you tape it as you're doing it. But in the long run, we make it work. So that's like that. Now I'm going to open up. I know we're opening and closing and opening and closing. But it's going to accomplish the same type of thing. And it's about the same size. It's just the window's lower down, and that's okay too. Glue inside here. I should just start over again with a new video, but I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to. I'm going to let you see the mistakes I'm making, because you might make them too. Because like I said, it's hard to remember exactly what you do. Sometimes you just have to do it as you go and make it work. But we have the idea down. We have the prototype idea. It's just you can get there in different ways. So that's that. Then what I did was I took a piece of cardstock. I'm just going to use a piece that I've already used as printing, but I didn't use it. And I'm going to cut it to fit this part, because it's going to be the flip. So as you know, I don't measure anything. Just going to fold it and cut it. And then we're going to want to attach it here. And then we're going to want it I'm going to fold this because this is where it's going to attach. Right here. And then we'll want the pocket, the tuck, eyeballing it about this wide. So I'll just cut that. Like that. Now we're going to want to make the ends a little teeny bit shorter. So you want to, on this end, come in just a little bit. And then on this end, come in just a little bit. Because when you fold it, you don't want it to get in the way. It needs to be able to fold easily. The page is going to need to fold easily, so that solves that issue. Now I'll glue it down. I'm going to use my 3-in-1 because I want some time to be able to adjust.
The Jazz and Nuggets are facing off this evening at 7 p.m.
Okay. I didn't ask her anything, but sometimes she just likes to tell me things. Okay. Oh, we want to go this way. Okay, so that's good there. And you don't want it all the way flush against. You want a little teeny micromillimeter away from the envelope edge so that you can easily fold it. Okay. So then what we'll do is we'll start collaging here. And I just have different papers left over from different things. I have from Took's craft table some of her collage kits. So I'll just use some of these papers. Let's see. I think I'll trim off some of this. And I'll just I'm going to leave a little bit so I can fold it over. Cut this end down. Glue this end over. I'm just going to use big pieces so I don't make this video too long. Otherwise, I'll be here all day collaging. Okay, let's see what else we can use. Let's use a piece of this. And it's a new bottle and it's coming out fast. Might as well carry this over to the other side. I'm not using too much glue because I am going to be sewing around it as well. Okay, so let's see what else we have here. It's kind of bright, but I really only have bright left, so I kind of have to use bright. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. And do I want to carry it over? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to cut this one down because I still want to be able to get into the envelope. So I'm not going to fold it over top or over to the back side. Okay. I think that will look pretty there. Lots of glue. Scooping. Cut the excess. Okay, now we want to put something inside here so that when we don't have a tag inside, or when you pull the tag out, you'll be able to see something. So let's see. Of my scraps, if I have anything big enough. But I really wanted like a focal point, like a flower or something. No, I don't really like that. Let's see what else we have. That's kind of pretty, even though it's not really a focal point, but I could probably find a flower to put on it. Let's see. Yeah, that looks kind of pretty. It's not really a major focal, but it'll work. For this video, it'll work. I do have a container of fussy cuts, but I just don't feel like going to find it. So you just want to place it how you like it. And then what I did was I put some masking tape, because when you slide things in and out, tags in and out, you don't want it to catch. And you won't see it. I think I'll put a little bit, a little bit more, excuse me. Down in here. There we go. And actually, this whole thing can open up, so makes it easy to work inside. Okay, so that's that. Now, this is going to be on our page, so we don't need anything inside here. We do need to collage this, and then for writing space, we can put coffee dyed paper. So let's see what papers we have for collaging. Yeah, let's put that on. Oops. I'm like all thumbs today. So I'm just going to trim this end off here. And then I'm going to fold this part over so it protects the top of the tuck. like that. Just want to glue that little bit down. If I can get my glue under it. Okay. Okay, so that's done. Now we just have this left. You don't have to go all the way down with your coffee dyed paper because you're going to end up attaching this. So that's good. Glue it down. And then what I did was, I use a lot of Scotch tape for things. I'm going to Scotch tape this part so that when we tuck things in, we don't catch on anything. We don't catch on that paper. I'll put one more little piece. That. That's going to get sewn. Okay. Then what we need to do is cut out a little notch here for our tag to go in. And we need to cover the top. I mean, you could leave that design, but I'll cover the top. And I don't think we need a notch in this one. I'm going to trim this down a little bit more. Yep. So I'll put a piece of paper here. Maybe I'll just put some coffee dyed paper, or I think that will look good. So I'll glue that down. Yep, just like that. Trim it off. Now this is a little wonky. I just tore it a little bit. It's all right. Yeah, I'll fix that later. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I am going to ink all around everything. Then what I do is see where I started. I start here and I sew down here, across here, up here, over here, the top of the tuck, the side of the tuck, and then I sew all the way down this end. So everything's going to be sewn except for this part. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go sew all the edges, and then I'll be back and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I'm back. So I sewed all around it. So you can see I sewed starting here, then up here, then I went this way, then down this way and this way. Just make sure you don't sew this top part. I did add some washi to the top to cover up that little boo-boo I made, or that my knife, utility knife made. But this is how it will look. So you will glue it here and here on this side of the page, and it'll be a tuck. And then I can't find my tag. Here it is. Then you've got a pocket here for a tag. And then this flips open. You can write on here. And you're going to glue these two sides down here. And then you've got a pocket here. And then the only other thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to, I'll do it right now. You'll want to ink up this part right here so that you don't have to butt this all the way up against the page, because you want it to be able to swing open. So you want this area to be, you don't want it to be white. So there you have it. I hope you give this a try. It is a lot of fun. It does take a little bit of finagling to get the engineering down right, but in the long run, I think it ends up being a really nice flip pocket. And here's the other one that I made as a prototype. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, be well. Bye-bye, friends.